Temeke Municipal, Dar es Salaam. So, welcome for mathematics session. We will proceed with where we ended in the previous, in the last period. But before we proceed with what I have prepared for today, make sure that you have your mathematics textbook or a mathematics textbook and mathematics exercise book so that you can take the important notes which will help you in your learning later on. So I'm giving you few minutes for you to prepare yourself before we start our lesson. Okay, I think everyone is ready. Now let us proceed with what I prepared for today. The last video we discussed about fraction, types of fraction, meaning of fraction, and some operations of addition and subtraction. Today we are proceeding with another part concerning with this topic, which is operation of fraction with improper fraction. Operations of fraction with improper fraction. Operations with fraction in improper fraction. Operations of fraction in improper fraction. You learned about proper and improper fraction, which is the type of fraction. We learned also about the numerator and the denominator of fractions. What causes this one to be called fraction, proper fraction, and what causes this one to be called improper fraction? We said that improper fraction is the fraction whose numerator, the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Yes, that in improper fraction, the numerator means what? Numerator means the upper number of a segment. The numerator, we have numerator and denominator. This is a fraction. A fraction is written in this form. This is a numerator and this is denominator. So when a numerator is bigger than a denominator, this kind of fraction is called improper fraction. Improper fraction. Example of improper fraction is like 7/3. 7 over 3. This means that, 7 is greater than 3. 7 is a numerator, 3 is a denominator. 7 is greater, is bigger than a denominator, which is 3. So this one is called the improper fraction. I was trying to remind you what we discussed in last period. So what are we going to do for today is to look some operations concerning with improper fraction, because we said that a numerator, a numerator is showing or denotes number of selected fraction. This one denotes the number of selected fraction. The number of selected fraction. While a denominator means that the fraction, the total fraction available. The fraction available. So it is not making sense that the numerator, which is showing the number of fractions selected, is bigger than the denominator showing the number of fractions available. Yes? For example, you have a box which is containing pens. In your box, the box is able to contain maybe 12 pens. But if someone tell you, take 13 pens from the box, it is very difficult to understand this concept. Why? How can you take 13 pens from 12? 13 from 12. This one is showing the maximum number of fraction, but you need to take 13 out of 12. It is difficult. So what to do now is to change the operation, is to change the improper fraction into either whole number or whole number and a fraction. So we will see how to change this one. Then, changing improper fraction fraction into a whole or into whole numbers. Change the improper fraction into whole numbers, since it is very difficult to understand that you are taking 13 or a number which is greater from the few. It is not properly. So you have to change this number or the improper fraction into a whole number or into a whole number and a remaining fraction. How to change the improper fraction into a whole number? You have steps. First of all, you have to determine your fraction, you have to determine your numerator, you have to determine your denominator, right? Then remember, take an example. take an example. You have given 4 over 2. 4 over 2. This is a numerator. 4 stands for a numerator and 2 stands for a denominator. Four is greater than 2. That's why we call this one as improper fraction. It is difficult to select 4 from 2 because 2, which is denominator, is showing the maximum number of fractions available. Then the numerator, which is 4, is showing how much you are taking from the total. This is greater, you are going to take 4 from 2. It is impossible. So change this one into a whole number or a fraction, a whole number and a fraction. How to change this one? This is called 4 over 2. In words, remember the time we learned this one, how to write the fraction in words. We say 4 over 2. 4, it is 4. This is read as 4 over 2. The word over means divide. 4 over 2. Or you can write it in a figure. 4 over 2. The word over means divide. So this means that 4 divided by 2. You have learned how to divide whole numbers. So 4 divided by 2, 4 over 2 is the same as saying 4 divided by 2. Now class, 4 divided by 2 is 4 divided by 2. You can apply the concept of mathematical table by trying this 2 times how much, 2 times how much, 2 times how much, you get 4. For example, you can try this one. 2 times 1 equals to 2. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Okay. So 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. Now, instead of saying 4 over 2, then we can say that this is 2. It is a whole number, right? It is now a whole number, which is 2. Another example. Another example is 15 over 5. 15 over 5. That means take 15 things from 5 things. It is impossible. It is not possible to take 15 from 5. So what you are supposed to do is to change this improper fraction into a whole number. So how to change this one? 15 over 5 means 15 over 5 means 15 divided by 5. Now class, 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. So 15 over 5 is to say 3. 15 over 5 is equal to 3. Another example, 14 over 7. This is 14 over 7. 14 over 7. 14 over 7. Now, the word over, we said the word over means divide. The word over means divide. Divide in word. In symbol, the symbol of division is that one. Now, 14. 14, then divide. Divide by what? You divide by 7 is equal to 14 divide by 7. Now, class, you have 14 things, then you divide it into 7 groups equally. You get that it is 2. So 14 over 7 is equal to 14 divided by 7 is equal to 2. So that is the answer. Now, instead of writing something which is improper, something which is not well known, it's better now to write it in a good format like this one. Change this one into, you change this improper fraction into a whole number. Right? Sometime you may have a question, operations of fraction, but the answer you get is in improper fraction. Example, write your answer. Write the answer. Write the answer. Write the answer in. Write the answer in whole number. Then this is your question. Then number 1. 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4, then plus 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4, then plus 1 over 4. This is not a genuine one. This is not a good example. 1, yes, this one. 3 over 5. 3 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 3 over 5. Now you have given this kind of question. Then the question requires, the instruction is to write your answer in whole number. That means this one, you will get the answer in improper fraction. Don't leave your answer in improper fraction according to this instruction here. How? Find the summation of this one. As I said when we were discussing how to add fraction, with the same denominator, I said here, this is 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. This one means that 3 fraction is taken from the total fraction available. It means that if you have an object, your object is divided into 5. Your object is divided into 5. Then in 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your object is divided into 5 parts. Then 3 parts are taken out. Like this one here, isn't it? So 5 shows that the number of this object, the number of fraction in this object is. So the 5 objects or the 5 sections has already taken out. Plus another one. For example, the same. Here, how many parts have been taken out? 4 parts. Then plus this one. How many parts have been taken out? 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Is it? So, the base or the origin of number, the number of the available fraction, it is 5. In each figure here is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it? Then add. Here, the number of fraction taken out is 3, plus the number of fraction taken out here is 4, plus the number of fraction taken out here is 3. Then if you sum up this one, you get 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 3, you get 10. 10 out of 5. 10 out of 5. If it's to explain your answer, you could say you have selected 10 out of 10 from 5. How comes? How comes to take 10 things from 5? You are taking a lot of things from few. It is not impossible. So change this improper fraction, which is this answer, the answer of this one here, into a whole number. By saying that this is 3 plus 4 plus 3, then here you see 5. Then now this plus that one, you get 10 out of 5. Now, come back to your instruction. Write the answer in a whole number. This answer is not in a whole number, but is in improper fraction. So don't leave your answer in improper fraction while the instruction is guiding you to write the answer in whole number. So divide. This now, as we said, that 10 over 5 means 10 divide 5. 10 over 5 means that 10 divide by 5. Now you have 10 things, then you divide it into 5 groups. Each group will contain how many things? Hey, it is a simple. This one is a simple one because you have learned how to divide the whole number. So I think there is no problem with this one here. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. So the answer of this one, according to this instruction, is 2. Are we together? Yes. This is how to change the proper fraction to whole number. Okay, another batch. We have another part changing improper fraction into changing improper fraction into mixed. In mixed number or mixed number. It mixed number. First of all, what is a mixed? What is a mixed number? Remember the time this fraction, I told you that we have two types of fraction. But also we have another. It seems to be a type of fraction, but we are not categorizing it as a type of fraction, which is not mixed number. Mixed number is a combination of whole number, combination of whole number and fraction. Combination of whole number and fraction. Example of mixed. Example of mixed number. Mixed number. This is mixed number. Mixed number. Example of number is 1/4 of 5. 2/11. You see, this 1/4 over 5. 1 is a whole number. 1 is a whole number, and 4 over 5 is a fraction. 4 over 5 is a proper fraction. 1 is a whole number. So in general, because it is a combination of whole number and fraction, the name of this one is called a mixed number. Mixed number. Now, the coming session we will see how to change the improper fraction into mixed. But in a little bit, I can show you just one example. Examples how to change a mixed and now change improper fraction into a mixed number. You have given 13 out of 13. This is improper fraction. Now change this improper fraction into a mixed number, into a whole number and a fraction. How can you change this one? We said that 13 over, this means that 13 over 4 means that 13 divided by 4. 13 divided by 4. Now, you know how to divide, especially dividing whole number, dividing numbers with a remainder. Dividing numbers with a remainder. So, if you take 13, now we divide 13 divided by 4. 4 times how much you get? 13 or near to 13, but not exceed. Applying the concept of multiplication table, it is 4 times 3. 4 times 2 is 8. It is not nearer to 13. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 is nearer to 13. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 is already exceeded to 13. So the appropriate one is 3. 4 times 3, you get 4 times 3 is 12. Then you subtract. Then you remain with 1. Now try this one. 3 will be a whole number. Then 4 remain as a denominator. And 1 is a numerator. 1 is a numerator. Now, by writing mixed number, we write whole number, then numerator, whole number, numerator, and denominator. Now, according to our answer here, which is whole number. The whole number is the quotient we get. The quotient is 3. Now 3. Then the numerator stands for n. N stands for numerator. The numerator is 1 over. The denominator is 4. Is 4. So 13, therefore, 13 over 4 is equal to 1 over 4. 13 over 4 is in improper fraction. Then 1 over 4 or 1/4 is in mixed number. It's called mixed number because it is a combination of whole number, which is 3, and a fraction, which is 1 over 4. Are we together, class? The last example. Okay. The last example. Oh, let me leave you with this question here. Then you try it yourself where you are. If you get any problem, then for the coming sessions, we will start with. Change the following. Change into mixed. Change it to mixed numbers. Number 1, 5 over 2. Number 2, 9 over 5. Then number 3, 16 over 7. Change these 3 questions. If you get any problem, please, you preserve it. When we come for the coming session, probably tomorrow, we will discuss it in detail. Thank you very much. Thank you for your listening. You are welcome at Shalom Pre and Primary School, located at Mbagala, Chamazi District in Temeke Municipal.